Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Ray Nice. Let's heat it up and add some spice. So today I'm gonna be talking about NBA 2K14. This is a matchup with the Los Angeles Lakers. As you see already, I'm the Boston Celtics. I'm not the best player on the team. I'm about a 70 overall, and I'm about to drop 30 plus points tonight. So what I wanted to talk about was basically a review for 2K14. So here's how I feel about the game. First, we're going to talk about gameplay. Gameplay is greatly improved. It used to be like an 8, I would say. 2K12 was like a 6.5. 11 was like a 7.5. 10, I don't really want to go back to that. That wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. So the fact that the D is just so good, you can't run into people with the ball. You can't have it overexposed, like dribbling out from one hand to the other or making a spin move into other people. It lost the turnover. You gotta be careful you throw your passes. You gotta be careful you throw flashy passes with. And basically all around, you have to know what you're doing in basketball. And you actually have to break down your defender to get by him.
Guys, for Kobe Bryant last
previous 2K games, you could just go around them. Or if you really felt like it, just back them down on the post and then spin around and go to the hoop. Basically, it was really easy to score. But anyway, this year, it's so much harder to score. You gotta know what you're doing. I took about 25 shots in this game, and a lot of them went down, a lot of them missed. Now to move on, a little more in the gameplay section, the fouls. My only problem with the fouls is it's like every single time, hands up or not, in the restricted zone, and this is not a foul in real life or in basketball, where your hands straight up in the restricted zone, it's always a freaking foul when it's my CPU teammate. When I do it, it's not a foul. So I'm already there, hands up. I don't get it, man. Maybe they're trying to move forward and then put the hands up. Doesn't make any sense to me. You're gonna see Kobe get an and one with a guy putting his hands straight up right in the restricted zone as I'm talking about. That shouldn't be happening. I feel like they should have a tendency for all the players that says defense, and it does straight up hands defense or attempts to block and then shot contest. That should all be in one section. I think that. It's already nearly in one section, but it's not exactly as I put it. But anyway, moving on. Sounds. The music is great. The gameplay sounds are pretty good. You can hear the footsteps and stuff. They lower the player chatter. You can hear people sometimes. Usually when they yell, it's pretty damn funny. I gotta say, I've laughed a couple of times when they just make their ridiculous screams and screeches. And basically among that, there's still no sound for blocks. The layups and the dunks, they sound great. The swishes sound nice. And all around, the sounds are great. I give that a 9.5 for sure. The only thing that's like keeping it from being a 10 is the block shots. And the music, unfortunately, it is great, but it's limited to 20 tracks. Now, the only problem with this is people are going to learn the songs too fast. It's going to be repetitive in like 2 weeks. But moving on. Menus are still the same.
The Celtics hanging around. Great energy and aggression offensively.
They didn't change too much. The main menu for quick game in MyCareer is just like last year, except instead of right and left, you go up or down. And the game is so much better. I actually played as a good big man, as the developers told us, and LG2K and Ronnie 2K, I believe, as well, said being the big guy would be more fun this year. I was Dwight. I had multiple blocks when I used the Rockets. Obviously, their offense isn't too much of a force. It's just James Harden, Chandler Parsons, and somewhat Jeremy Lin. Now, Dwight on defense, though, you just don't even want to run into the guy. The guy will block you almost every single time. He's just a huge brick wall, and he's 6'11" and can jump really high. Being the big man is so much more fun this year. Of course, it's not always fun when you don't have the athleticism or the blocks or even the height to stop people. One player I do hate playing against is LeBron James. I feel he's a little bit overrated because they gave him an 85 three-point rating. Last year, if anyone doesn't know, it was a 77. And the year before that, it was a 76. And I believe the year before that was 77 or 78. Well, giving him an 85 three-point rating is basically saying he's going to knock the shot down unless you have a hand up in the face or even block his shot. Because that's just saying he's a consistent, great three-point shooter. Like, you know, Danny Green, Ray Allen, somewhat Shane Battier, Mario Chalmers. These are just people I'm thinking off the top of my head. Mike Miller. Don't worry, I'm not a Heat fan. Anyway, a couple things I also don't like about the game is they took a little pro out of MyCareer mode. The only difficulties is All-Star, Superstar, Hall of Fame now. So basically, they made it so you're facing a realistic player. So now you will lose the games you're supposed to lose, and you'll win the games you're supposed to win, even on the lowest of All-Star difficulties.
But it's so hard to figure that out.
Unfortunately, you can't do everything for your team. Another thing I did here, but I don't see, was bench celebrations. You can choose them, but they're not in the game, so I don't know. And I need to make sure I told people this. Make sure you're listening right now. And you highlight the Clyde Drexlers dunk package, it will freeze your game. Do not do it. Maybe MyCareer works when you're making a player and highlight it. I don't know if it just works with the regular players too, or if it just created. It's instant freeze on Xbox. I'm giving everyone a heads up right now. And on a side note, my rating for this game, I would say, is about an 8.8. A lot of people rate it 9.2, 9.3. I can't give a 9.2 or 9.3 because the fouls still aren't fixed. Now, anyone wondering about the rebounds or the super recover defense or the run back defense, it's all fixed up. I'm shocked to say it's all fixed up. They turned the auto contest off by default because the auto contest was just a cheese way of playing good defense last year. But the rebounding, if you're in position, you're bound to get a rebound. You can still tip it out of position, but you're not always going to get that rebound. You can be a point guard. My guy's 6'3". In the rookie showcase, I got 5 rebounds. Because that's just what I can do. My guy was solidly athletic. I gave him the athletic style, but his athleticism wasn't too great. He was kind of fast. He had enough work. The contest defense on the recovery, 90% of the time, to be honest with you, they don't even get back because 2K slowed down the quickness jump, so you can't see, you won't see players rushing out with a hand up while the guy's getting ready to shoot like last year. You'll see them running towards you, but they'll probably be, say you're behind the three-point line, they'll probably be almost at the free throw line as you're releasing your shot. You're not going to get there in time. The kick out, the driving kick out works perfect. And the super recovery defense, if no one knows what that is, it's when the CPU jumps after you pump fake, and then as they're coming back down, they glue onto you when you're driving by them and then stop you in the process. And now you're out of a move, and if you're with the shot clock down like to 10 or less, you're pretty much screwed. You're going to have to take a tough shot, and if you don't hit that, then that's a bad shot for them. And if you do, then nothing happens. You don't get a team grade up or anything. So I don't like to do commentaries too much past 8.5 minutes. Enjoy the video. It was a real show and thriller. Ended all the way down to the last minute. And then you're going to see some new moves. Well, I'm out. For those who are buying 2K14, enjoy it. Hopefully you get it for Xbox so I can add you up and then we can play. Later, YouTube.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Jones has got 8 points in the quarter. For Boston, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Outside Bradley. Takes the lead. And the Celtics lead by 2. And there's a minute 45 left in the fourth quarter. Ryan in the post, guarded by Bradley. That doesn't go in either for Kobe. For Boston, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46, 47%. And here's Jones. And that one's good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
Kobe kicks to Henry. He feeds it to Farmer. He passes to Henry. 5 on the clock. Count it. And the foul. That one on Waltz.
And that is the shot of the game. Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it. Just what the doctor prescribed. The hoop and the harm, and he makes good on the free throw.
Jones kicks to Waltz. Pass to Bradley. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jones. Clock at 6. Pulls it from the elbow. It's good.
Man, how'd he get that thing to go?
When you're hot, you're in fuego.
Still a chance, but they've got to score here.
Alright,
Every
good D,
possession
Bradley.
is necessary.
Good D. Oh, what? It's tipped. Oh,
It's
yeah.
stolen by
Well, home free. What are you doing?
And they commit an intentional foul. It's another one of those, so they can get into the penalty.
Yeah, no question the right call at this point. You
What
can't
the
let
heck?
them just
Why would you
dribble
do
out.
it back to
That's
me?
right. I mean, you got to send them to the line. And
You had a
hope for
wide
few
open
misses.
pass to the hoop. That should have been 2 points.
20 seconds
Bradley,
left in the fourth quarter
I
of this
see you.
one. Austin's
All right, we're
gotten
good.
off to an 0 for 2 start from
What are you
downtown here in
doing?
the fourth quarter. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
That's twice in a row.
And the Lakers call time here. They're down by
Coach,
3.
get Rondo back in, dog.
15
Bradley's
seconds
messing
left
up.
in the fourth quarter.
Press, press, press,
Guys,
press,
your thoughts?
press. No
Well, they've got
three-point
two
shot.
options here. They can go for the 3 and the tie, or the quick 2 and the foul.
I like
Nah,
the idea of going
no.
for the quick 2. Take it to the rim.
Ooh, and miss.
That wouldn't be a bad way to approach
What are you
the
doing throwing me
situation.
the full court pass? I got it.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose.
38 points, that's a big-time production. It seemed pretty clear that you tried to step it up offensively. Is there anything in particular you could point to that led to this performance?
Yeah, I mean, our offense was just really in sync tonight. My teammates were moving the ball well and getting it to me at the perfect times. I felt like I did a pretty good job creating some of my own shots too, but in general, I got to give my teammates the nod for most of what I was able to do. Oh, and Coach. Can't forget him, man. He's kind of like the puppeteer pulling all the strings behind the scenes, you know? Great plan tonight, Coach.